Was in attendance today, so visited a little bit after practice.
How was the retention level from Saturday to today, Coach? How was the retention?
Well, it better be pretty good in 48 hours. So, you know, it was okay. It wasn't about retention. It was about going forward. And, you know, I think from where we are, you know, coaches see something completely different than fans, and they should. I think we've got to improve. As I said, our tempo wasn't anywhere where it needs to be. We play in spurts, and it gets back to being a consistent football team. So, and, you know, as we talk about, effort is the price of admission. And so we play with effort. You know, the toughness will come. The loose balls will come, everything else. And so we've got to just increase our consistency and our effort on every play.
You mentioned on Saturday watching tapes of the quarterbacks. 2 days later, what do you think of their performance, maybe all four guys?
You know, it's some good, some bad. You know, all of them did some good things, and all of them did some things they shouldn't do. So I don't think, you know, right now things have changed much. You know, we don't have a starting quarterback right now. I think we're a work in progress, but the good news is I think what you saw Saturday is we've got some capable guys. They've just got to understand what their strengths and their weaknesses. And I think as young quarterbacks, you know, everybody wants to, you know, coming from whatever system you were in or where you play, usually you had to make every play as a quarterback. And I think as guys start to realize, hey, there are other guys out here that can win the football game, and I can make the right plays when I have to. I don't have to make every play, and it's okay to go back to the line of scrimmage. I was going to say go back to the huddle and call another one. We don't do that, but go back to the line of scrimmage and snap it again, instead of having them snap it or punt it, instead of having them have the ball right away. I think when guys start to feel that, you know, that it's okay to do that, then they get better. You know, the thing that hurts that, which people don't really think about, is the competition level. You know, these guys are highly competitive, and it's easy to say, well, I can throw this away, but they're competing against themselves and against other guys. And I think when they understand that, hey, listen, we're just looking for the guy that we can win with, the guy that's consistent, that doesn't give the ball to the other team, the guy that we can trust, the guy that realizes that there are 10 other players on offense to depend on to win, not just him, then that'll be the guy that ultimately will start. But that takes time.
Sure. So those of us who already anointed Showers as a starting quarterback aren't quite there yet, right?
No. It's you know, and that's not to say that Jamil couldn't do it. I just, you know, we've had a little bit more time than the public had in the hour and a half that they watched the other day. So we're on practice 9 today, not an hour and a half to make a decision. So you know, it's good. We've got 15 practices, and we've got. You know, the great thing about the skill positions in college football, I believe, is that you can make great strides throughout the summer. The quarterbacks who continue to throw the ball, who continue to organize their 7-on-7s. Now that we have the basis of we'll have the whole offense in, and those guys can work with other guys throughout the summer on their own, and continue to develop chemistry, continue to do things, and get better. So, you know, we're going to try to get as much, as close as we can by the end of spring. But, you know, you still got the summer. You've still got 28 or 9 practice opportunities in the fall. So, you know, you've got really these 15. You got another 2 weeks in fall camp before you really got to hone in on on reps for a starter.
How good was it to have Ryan Swope back out there today, and kind of where did you think he was physically today?
Well, he's getting back into it. He's got to knock some rust off. He's been standing around watching, chomping at the bit, but he's got to. We just got to utilize him as much as we can the next couple of weeks without aggravating that hamstring. That's a catch-22. In this offense, you can't stand around in one spot and catch a football. So, in order to get timing and help develop us in the passing game, he can't run half speed and do that. So that's the reason we've held him out. But the other catch, like I said, the catch-22 is you got to be careful running him that much coming off a hamstring in the last 2 weeks of spring football. So, he's getting a feel for it, but sitting around for a week didn't really help him at all.
You mentioned Coach Sherrill before. How nice is it to be able to kind of pick the brains of someone who had so much success here, and is kind of a Aggie football historian as well?
Yeah, it's interesting. We had Coach Sherrill spoke at my first high school coaching clinic at Houston, and he's a legend. He's an icon in the state, and particularly here at Texas A&M, but all over the state. And he's been very, very helpful to me throughout my career, just as a guy that has seen a lot, and obviously is being here in Mississippi State and recruiting the state. He knows a lot of folks, and we just visited a little bit just about what we're doing at practice and how we're doing it, and he's always got some great suggestions. And it doesn't mean we use them all, but he cares a lot, and he cares about football, and he cares about Texas A&M, and it was glad. I didn't even know he was out there until we were walking off the field. It's one of those deals. I said, "How long have you been out here today?" So he's just watching and just wanted to throw in his 2 cents at the end, which I'm going to take the time to listen to that.
Is there an example of a great suggestion from him off the top of your head?
It's if I gave it to you, then it would be Jackie's idea. If it did, it might be my idea. From here on. But that's okay. He's it was more of a conversation about things, and I hadn't really talked to him since I got the job. And as I said, he came to Houston a bunch. He was in town a bunch, just visiting. So I was just glad to see him stop by today.
All right, that cover it?